The New South Wales Premier is pleading for patience, though, over her plan out of lockdown and changes to restrictions as case numbers do reach those highs. Kenny Heatley is live with me now in Sydney. Kenny, hotspot areas are on the move, it seems.
Yes, well, Fairfield local government area in southwest Sydney was really the hotspot over the past couple of weeks, every day getting the most cases. But over the past several days, those case numbers have been going down, but it seems to be spreading to more western areas and other surrounding LGAs. So the hotspot in Western Sydney is on the move. Here's more from the Premier.
I want to call out and thank the Fairfield local government area who've shown a positive result in declining number of cases. But now we've seen adjoining councils in Western Sydney increase the number of cases they have. And we ask for populations in the Canterbury-Bankstown area, in the Liverpool area, in the Cumberland community in particular, and also the Parramatta Council area, to make sure that they're vigilant, they're coming forward to get tested, and you're not leaving the house unless you absolutely have to.
We're hoping to get some sort of update of what life is going to look like in Greater Sydney beyond Friday this week today. But the Premier says that's going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully we get an update on homeschooling and what HSC is going to look like as well. But the Premier is pleading for patience.
At every opportunity, we will look to have our community stay as safe as possible, but also provide those freedoms as quickly as we can. We're not there yet, and we'll look forward to making further announcements this week on what life beyond July 31 looks like.
But is that patience wearing thin, and does the Premier need to lock down harder to get us out of this sooner? Just some of the questions I asked people here this afternoon.
I don't know that doing more of the same is going to help. Maybe they need to think outside the box as to what else can be done.
I think she probably, needs to go harder, but I don't think she will for political reasons. I think there's a lot of angst out there.
I really don't know what's going on. We might as well isolate the vulnerable person like the elderly and their carer, and let everybody else get the virus.
Potentially there needs to be some stricter regulations around everything, but it's a bit hard because it's so diverse as to what's happening because there's cases everywhere.
We also learned of another apartment complex in lockdown, this time in Blacktown in Sydney's west. Police arrived overnight to lock it down after 6 positive cases were discovered across 3 households. There's 50 apartments in this social housing complex, about 100 residents, and there was hospital or medical transfers that were seen this morning and throughout the day, including children as well. Everyone in that apartment complex in Blacktown is considered a close contact and must stay in their apartments for the next 14 days. We also heard of an outbreak in Liverpool Hospital. 2 nurses and 1 student nurse testing positive, along with eight patients in 2 separate wards. Now, the vaccination status of those patients is not yet known, and some have been transferred out of Liverpool to Fairfield Hospital. And then there's the Central Coast, with a number of venues been listed as exposure sites. We understand that 6 cases on the Central Coast now, all household contacts, and there's 150, according to the local member, Adam Crouch from Terrigal. 150 people left the Central Coast and attended the protest on Saturday here in Sydney and then went back. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before we find out if those cases are going to show up from that protest. But here's more from the Health Minister on this.
That is not helpful to keeping the local community safe. What I would say more broadly to people who think it's all right to protest smack bang in the middle of a 1 in 100 year pandemic, you are letting yourselves down, but my heavens, you're letting the community down big time. Just back off and let us do our job.
But it's the same messaging from the Premier we've heard for a couple of weeks now. The vaccine is our ticket out of lockdown. From tomorrow, people in West and Southwest Sydney will be able to get their AstraZeneca shot from pharmacies. And from Friday, people aged 18 to 40 will be able to book an appointment through New South Wales Health if they want to get that vaccination shot as well. The Premier says she hopes everyone is going to come forward and get vaccinated in the month of August. But I keep asking the Premier at these press conferences, is it time to provide more incentive for people to come forward and get the vaccine? She says the incentive of just protecting your family should be enough. Kieran?
Kenny, thank you.